even though there's nobody on yet, because why would there be? We just started it. I'm making meatballs. I'm making the recipe out of Well Fed 2, which is, Well Fed is the series of cookbooks by Mel Julwan. I don't know how to say her name, Melissa Julwan. I love her cookbooks. They're fantastic. I'm making this particular one because it's kind of paleo. It doesn't have bread in it like a good, delicious meatball usually does. A panade or whatever they call it. So I am making meatballs. So since it doesn't have that like nice bread thing going on, I am making a mixture of warm water that I already measured out, and I'm going to do half a teaspoon of baking soda. This thing is giant, so less than that, which is fine. And then move that out of the way.
Joe Griffin's on.
Hi, Joe. And then a whole teaspoon of cream of tartar, and that kind of has a an effect that kind of bubbles up. I don't know if you can hear the fizzing. It sounds like Alka-Seltzer, but that replaces the bread and stuff and kind of tenderizes the meat a little bit. But you just let that sit for a couple minutes.
Joe says, "Get some, Tom."
Get some. Hi, Joe. It's garlic time. So I got my meat already prepped in here. I'm going to use a stand mixer, which is heresy, but I don't like hand mixing very much, so my hands get all gross. So just violently destroy some garlic.
Kyle Simpson joined.
What's up?
Kyle Simpson joined.
Hey Kyle, haven't seen you in a while, man. How the hell are you? That seems like a good amount of garlic there. If you just whack the crap out of it, then it kind of half peels itself, which is nice. Carrie's standing right here.
Hey guys!
Anybody cares. I mean, I care because she's my wife and I love her. Joe Griffin just sent me a text message and my Fitbit told me.
He says that he put... Oh, Josh is on.
Hi Josh. Want meatballs tonight, buddy?
Come on over. We're having meatballs.
So, again, smack it real hard. I don't know why I'm teaching people how to cook. There's much better sources out there, but I felt like doing a Facebook Live video, and I happen to need to cook for stuff tonight. I don't know, for those of you that don't know, Carrie and I kind of do a Sunday supper, where we have a potluck every Sunday whenever we can, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend an event like this. And the inspiration was an article on SeriousEats.com, and they do Friday night meatballs. It's like was the original recipe, like not recipe, but article. And so spaghetti and meatballs is kind of thing. Although we do spaghetti squash usually. Whenever we cook actual pasta, people go for the spaghetti squash anyway. So ain't no thing. Don't worry about it. So like I said, if you kind of smash the garlic, it kind of cuts itself, honestly. And if it still seems to be intact, smash it some more. Just put the flat side of the knife on there. Keep your fingers tucked back. And I like to do it French style, where you rock the knife. Some people do it the Asian style, where they pick the knife up. I prefer French, where you get that nice little rock and roll and let the knife do the work. Joe that is watching, if anybody cares, is the guy that gave me this knife. It's a fantastic knife. I believe it was for being in his wedding, maybe.
Could be.
He sent me a knife, and it is a Wusthof. It's my favorite knife to use. It's my consistently sharpest knife. So anyway, I like lots of garlic. I'm probably putting more than the recipe strictly requires in, but most recipes are a little bland to my tastes. That was the back of the knife, not the tip of the knife. Never let the knife blade smack on stuff like that. So there you go. So that's our garlic chopped. We got our bowl, threw it in there. Secret ingredient for me, hey, James is up. Secret ingredient for me is the little squeeze tube, toothpaste tube of tomato paste. It's double concentrated, it says it right there. You can read it. So you get to use half as much. And it has a cap. You put it back on. You don't have 6 ounces of tomato paste just sitting in a can in your fridge for 2 weeks. Because that would be gross. So you just toothpaste it up. And it really, honestly, comes out off of metal really easily. So I did a little less than a tablespoon the first time, and then I kind of did the rest of it. So I do that. Fantastic. Balsamic vinegar. This is probably not the nicest balsamic vinegar, but it is still good, and it's not like I'm dipping bread into it in olive oil, so the flavor is just, there's a backbone, kind of adds acidity. And it will react and fizz up a little bit with the baking soda, because that's alkaline, and there's chemistry for you. But yeah, so then the recipe calls for fresh parsley leaves. There's James. How's it going, buddy? High five.
Good.
You gonna help me roll meatballs in a minute?
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds pretty awesome.
So it calls for fresh parsley. I never have fresh parsley, so I have dried parsley. I just put some in. It works. That super high quality Italian seasoning. Super secret to this kind of stuff, which is more important if it's like a whole herb. Please don't grab stuff, James. Is to crush it up a little bit to release the oils, the essential oils that make it flavorful. Oh, I need that lid now, buddy. Can you go get it for me?
Go get Daddy's lid.
So.
Uh-oh.
The camera.
The angles, they're all wrong.
Oh no, it's gonna be fine. Give me that lid there, bud.
Can I see it?
Yeah, come here. Go get your ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that? Here's your net back. James's fishing net. He loves it. Thanks, Uncle Pete and Aunt Mamie, for that birthday gift. And then we need a couple teaspoons of salt, probably. Never under add salt. Also never over add salt. Salt is important. It makes food taste the way it's supposed to taste. If you care, your tongue is full of like little, basically channels, or they're channels. Kind of the easiest way to think of it. Think of it as like little, those games where you have like the different shaped pegs that go into the different holes, like perfection. And salt opens more of those up.
Yeah.
It knocks open those channels so you can get more of the flavor to come through. The ions. Chemistry. Woo! Okay, so I think that's all of my seasonings. Let me check my recipe real quick. That. Garlic, tomato paste, vinegar, parsley, salt. Oh, crushed red pepper flakes. Can't forget that. Gotta make it zesty. I have an entire giant cabinet full of spices that I should use more of. So, crushed red pepper. It's fantastic. My oven just beeped. I like to cook things hot. I used to always put everything on 350. 350 is a good temperature to get everything cooked, but you get better caramelization and stuff if you do like 400, 425. So I've been doing that a lot more recently. Alright, so some of this cream of tartar settles to the ground at the bottom of your bowl. So do that. When it gets to the vinegar, it's going to react a little, like I said. More chemistry. Bowl. Prepared stand mixer. You want to let that go for a minute, but not too long, just till it's incorporated. Perfect. Like I said, in like the real meatball world, that's kind of heresy because you don't want to overmix your meat. You can see it didn't take that long, right? It's fine. Okay. Get my board out of the way. And Chef John from foodwishes.com wants you to know, wet hands, smooth balls. That is his trademark hashtag saying, whatever. All I know is it works. So, what I like to do, done with the book, get your hand, get it damp, all over, grab some meat. One might wonder, Tom, why didn't you just mix this by hand if you're just going to stick your hands in there? I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I usually try to go for the golf ball size. They just seem like the right size. What do you think, Carrie?
I like it.
You like the golf
Looks like a
ball
good
size? So anytime the meat starts feeling sticky, just dip your hands in there. Yes, the water's going to get meaty. That's okay. Kind of doing a pattern. Just going to do like 4 down and then go all the way across the pan.
Hi, Paul Goodman.
Paul Goodman? I like that guy. I wish he was coming to dinner.
That would be awesome.
But he lives in California. So, sad day. Hope your job hunt is going well, sir. Making meatballs for the masses. Not very good. Size doesn't really matter, let's be honest. Except to Carrie, apparently.
Not true.
So, this is what you do. You just roll meatballs. Sometimes James helps you, sometimes he doesn't.
Mostly not.
Mostly not. Sometimes his help is more of a hindrance, but that's okay.
Do you want to tell people the last steps and we won't make them watch you roll all of them?
Well, I guess so.
I mean, if they want to watch, that's fine.
Cool. Well, the last steps that I do are I put them in the oven until they're brown, which takes about 20 minutes around 400. They might not necessarily be cooked through at that point, just have a brown exterior, and that's fine because that browning is flavor. Maillard reaction, you know. But once they are cooked in that, I take them off the pan pretty quick because it's like usually swimming in grease, and if you leave them on too long, they get a little skirt of scum kind of attached to them, which is weird. So I try not to leave them on there too long. But then I put them in a slow cooker with some tomato sauce until it's time to eat. I'd like to say that I make my own tomato sauce. I have. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. It never turns out very good. So Carrie's got the secret ingredient, really.
It's probably backwards, but it's Hunt's.
It is
Zesty and spicy.
zesty and spicy, man. It's like $1, or it's usually like 3 for $3 at the grocery store I go to. So it's Hy-Vee, by the way.
Vanessa says you're a champ.
I'm a champ. Vanessa Featherstone?
Yes.
Man, she used to be a Garbero, you know.
I didn't know. Now I do.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, it's a good name, Featherstone.
I like it.
She's been married a long time. One of my first friends on Facebook that got married. Sorry if I'm talking way too much about you, Vanessa. We haven't spoken in a long time, so don't know how private you are. So, that's the steps. I don't know. Just rolling meatballs. I need to butcher some chicken wings. And by butcher, I mean cut up the whole wings and into pieces and then season them and stuff. I'm going to cook those next after the meatballs are done. I might get back on for that. I don't know. Just seems kind of fun. Sit and talk and cook. So, looks like I'm going to get like maybe 20-25 meatballs out of this, which I think we got probably about 10 adults coming to dinner tonight. So, it's a couple meatballs per person, 2.5 meatballs a person.
Does anyone have any questions about meatball making or anything?
Remember, wet hands, smooth balls. Well, not too smooth because you want a little bit of nook and cranny to get some extra browning. So, I got this much meat left, which I think I will make into 3 meatballs. Fill up this last pan, so I think we're at 6 times 4 is 24. There we go.
No, it's not on.
So yeah. Sarah Moser, is that who joined?
Yeah.
Still in Springfield, Sarah? How's that place? That one needs this much extra meat. Alright, kids crying. I think it's time to turn off the video. So, bye everybody.